Hello guys. Today we are going to talk about a memoir which is basically a true story about a young girl called Simam Ali. The book's name is Belonging by Simam Sameem Ali, and by the way, it's a true story actually. And it's a very sad, depressing story about a young girl who has to suffer a lot. Okay? Basically, this book is about a girl called Sameem Ali, whose family and she are originally from Pakistan, but they are living in the United Kingdom, I think. When she was a young child, she grew up in a children's home, and then what happens is that her brothers and sisters and parents took her away, and some of them beat them up and treated them very badly. Her mother moved into the house and treated her very badly and abusing and hitting her, and she was beaten and treated like a slave. So what happens next is that one day uh, her parents tell her that she's going to Pakistan from England. So the young little girl who was only 13 years old was so happy that she was going to Pakistan finally, because that was the country of her birth. So she's happy about going to Pakistan, and then she goes to Pakistan, and she has high hopes about the fact that she'll have a nice life and everything in Pakistan. But it turns out that she has been betrayed and she has been misguided. So what happens in Pakistan is that as soon as she arrives at the age of 13, she is forced to marry a complete stranger without her will. I repeat, she is forced to marry a stranger without her will. She is forced to marry a man who is much older than her, and after 2 months, at the age of 13 or 14, she gets pregnant, which is just terrible for a 13 or 14-year old to get pregnant. Okay, she has to suffer a lot. Okay, and she doesn't know what to do. And this is a true story about by a Pakistani writer. So throughout the book, there are descriptions about the woman, the girl, Simam Ali, and about how she has to suffer, and all the details are given about how she is tortured, beaten, harassed, bullied by her siblings and her mother and father, and they are very bad to her. Okay, that's what happens, guys. And then in the end, something good happens. Yeah, she manages to escape and finds a person who she loves very much and falls in love with. She finds true love, okay, and she moves in with her true love husband, who she really loves very much. And she starts a new life with him altogether, I think, in the United Kingdom. I think that she had a child from her first forced marriage, and then she had a child from her true love marriage. That's what happened, I think. Okay, and then what happens is that yeah, we've talked about everything. She still has to confront her abusive brothers sometime, but then she's happily married and she's living with her two children in England, and she feels better and stuff like that. So that's what happens in the book. I really enjoyed this book, and it's heart wrenching and depressing to see that a young girl has to suffer so much for no fault of her own. It was really depressing. You should read this book, guys.